Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very nifty news when it comes to the PlayStation 5 restocks, but as well, some really kind of big news I think when it comes to the overall retailers that are also selling the consoles. So when it comes to this stuff, think like the Walmart, Target, Best Buys, etc., and those types of big companies that we do see sometimes throwing in bundles or throwing in, say, Walmart Plus or all that type of stuff out there. And as well, it does kind of seem like we're kind of loosening up the restrictions too on top of that, and this also ties into more of those like second-hand party retailers too as well. So think like Anton Lines, Costco, Sam's Clubs, all those types of places too as well. So some very intriguing stuff coming from Sony themselves, and this is the very first time they've actually done this so far with the restocks. So thank God we might be finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. As well, we also have a really quick video too as well discussing some of the rating boards that actually had a quick little leaks too as well for some upcoming PlayStation 5 games to wind down the video. So like I said, we got some cool stuff to talk about, so make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below for all the signups. We have the giveaway link down below. Twitch stream as well if you guys want to be part of that extra, got a nice little PS5 giveaway too, and also Target links, and let's dive into the video. So, there's actually some kind of cool news. So it basically does seem like Sony's trying their best to go make it easier now to get a PlayStation 5. They're also making it easier now for other folks to kind of go pick and choose the bundles and hopefully, ideally, save some money. And if not, we'll have a chance to see who these really greedy retailers are. And as well, it just kind of seems like the overall state of the market for the PlayStation's actually been in a pretty good spot these past few weeks, which for me, who's been doing this for years, and I've still not taken a day off after all this time, I need you guys to yelp me if I don't at some point in the near future. I swear. But this is good news. So we have an article over here from T3 talking about how Sony makes it easier to get a PS5 now in time just for the Amazon Prime Day, which if you guys also don't know, there's another Amazon Prime Day coming out in like a week or so. We also have the Black Friday deals coming out next month. We're seeing some Target deals, Best Buy deals, GameStop Pro deals, and all that type of stuff. So basically good news still for anyone who's still trying to get the, as well, this also factors in heavily the non-bundled consoles. So think like, how like some places like GameStop, they have like controllers or extra games or headsets or gift cards, but as well, also good for people who are just in these big boy retailers too that just want normal non-bundles. So like the $400 digital edition, $500 disc edition. So Sony has now been rumored, we're actually hearing this rumor floating around a lot as of today, is being rumored to be now implementing a big change that, in theory, should make it easier to get a PS5 console over these next upcoming few months. And as I mentioned, the stock availability has been very good these past few months, especially for just everything. Especially, I think that bundle deal was kind of a smart play. And I even made a video when it first came out being like, oh, this is actually smart for the Horizon bundles. And I think so far it's been a good call. So according to UK's biggest PS5 restock tracker, Talha Somnez as well, who's actually made these tweets and comments before, and I think I've seen them and interact with them myself as well, saying PlayStation are finally shipping out the PS5 consoles. And this is kind of like the big announcement over here. They're shipping out PS5 consoles on its own to partnered retailers. It's up to retailers then to go and bundle it how they choose to bundle it. They're doing around, as of now, mid to end October, so the next few weeks. And this is all in regards to now just all these other various big deals and other like big things to kind of note as well. So why are we bringing this up? What's this kind of mean? So as we've mentioned before, we've had more of these, like I think a lot more focused on, say, these mid-tier retailers. So think like the Anton Lines, etc., where we've learned from like just talking with people and interacting with people. Some big companies such as Amazon or Target, they're able to have a strong enough pull and a strong enough leverage throughout the years, probably for them working with like Sony or whatever, Sony, Xbox, Nintendo forever, for like 20 plus years probably, that they have like these easy deals where they're like, hey, Target, you need 100,000 PlayStations for a big drop or promotion. We're going to give them to you, like wait 3 weeks, you're in like our current like restocking cycle. But when sometimes you have these mid-tier places, so things say Anton Line, they still do have leverage. They do still have weight, and they do still get preferred console restocks from, say, Sony, etc. But the big thing is that we learned from leaks that GameFly, PlayStation, Anton Line, Costco, like the Endormas, the PC Richards, or even like, say, Fred Meyers or all those other places, is that sometimes they were required to actually go and put these together with bundles. So a good example is that Anton Line, for even some of their current stock, they have never had a non-bundle. We have never, I believe, once seen Anton Line do a normal drop by itself. Because I do believe that's like a contract stipulation from Sony being like, hey, You're not Amazon, but you're still like, you're our homies. We'll hook you up a little bit. But you got to do bundles and try to sell, say, PlayStation controllers or PlayStation games like The Last of Us, etc. Or you have to be stuck doing these Horizon bundles, which also makes Sony more money because they're obviously selling their hardware that they already made. And that's kind of how you get these deals. And that kind of explains why a lot of these mid-tier places, like I said, like Antonline or Gameflies, etc., can still get consoles and still have done restocks, although they may not just be as big as you'd be expecting for a lot of these different locations, which, I mean, like I said, makes sense. Like, they're not Target, they're not Amazon. But this is why it's now becoming the next level, because it should make things a lot easier for these like big retailers to also probably pick and choose on what they want. So let's go and say you're Amazon, and now you maybe have a selection because the stock crisis is calming down a little bit. Maybe you could be like, instead of getting all these Horizon bundles, because maybe you notice they don't sell as quickly, you'd be like, all right, give me 50,000 disc editions, 10,000 digitals, and we'll do 40,000 bundles, just for extra stock to make the drop last but longer, make it seem more cooler. Instead of being like, hey, we want 100,000 Horizon bundles that may take a little bit longer to go and sit on. So it does kind of seem like Sony's changing their internal systems. So as I mentioned, it appears that Sony is finally shipping PS5 consoles individually to retailers for the first time ever since the consoles first came out. It will be then up to said retailers to decide whether bundles they want to do with that. So either like the Horizon Forbidden West bundles and FIFA 23, and we've also seen a few other bundles like the Ratchet and Clank one, Modern Warfare ones, or also things with like controllers, etc. Well, it cannot be denied that PS5 stock has been more readily available in 2022 than in 2021. The majority of restocks consist of bundles. And like, I do agree. I think at this point we're at the stage of like, people can kind of probably get a bundle pretty quick, but some people want to save the extra 60, 70 bucks because it's maybe a game they don't want. Like maybe they just don't want Horizon now, they just want a normal console, which I mean, I completely understand. And as well, I think that in 2022, or hopefully, if anything, 2023, hopefully you can just get whatever console you want. We don't have to rely so much on these bundles. So, and now, at least in 2021, it was just rough everywhere. So the majority of restocks all are consisting of bundles, as we mentioned, and these are often more expensive than the standard console by itself, and frequently arrive with unnecessary add-ons like, like cameras, so you guys saw the charging docks, extra controllers, etc., and even other places in the UK have done things like t-shirts, or if you look at GameStop, who have done like Pro Reward tie-ins and stuff like that. So basically, this is the decision to give retailers standalone consoles could be even better because it just basically offers them more availability. Like I said, probably the best thing just to note is that it's like, hey, like we'll give you 100,000 consoles, but they're only Horizon consoles. A retailer is still going to say yes. But now if you're like, hey, we can give it a split of 50-50, 50,000 disc editions, 50,000 disc editions with Horizon bundles, guess what? That's probably better for everyone because they get their sales moving quicker. They don't have to hold stock as long. They don't have to maybe, it's just easier. It's easier for everyone. So this is a big change, and this is also kind of focused on the EU side, but we've also been hearing this, I believe, in the American side too as well, and that probably also explains why these Antonline bundles are relatively solid and a little bit of a lesser hindrance, because they've had some bad, like, $800 bundles before. These are, like I said, bundles I'd probably recommend people could like, literally buy, and, like, they're not bad. Like, they're really not bad. Now, GameStop, though, I think they're just greedy at the end of the day. Let's be honest there. So, as of right now, though, we haven't had an official, like, statement or comment from Sony, although a lot of these people out here keep on mentioning this too as well, and it's only pertaining to the disc editions for what we're seeing in these leaks, which would also make sense. Like, the digitals are way more in demand. Those would probably be everyone's number one, like for retailer, GameStop, Amazon, Game, whatever you might be, all of in UK or NA. Like, you're going to want those digitals because those are always flying off the shelves the best they can. So I think at the end of the day, this will be nice for us these next 3 months for Black Friday, the holidays, and kind of opens up just more of a wider range for stock. And I think it's kind of nice that Sony's letting us do this and letting these retailers pick, because in theory, that should mean we should have a lot less crazy consoles out here for all of us. And also in theory, too, would also mean a lot more freedom for these retailers to sell how they want to sell. And ideally, we'll hopefully make some money, or have to spend a little bit less money. So all around good stuff with that. And now as well, kind of to wind down the video too, we actually had some two kind of little nifty leaks that came out these past few days, all from the ratings boards. Because as you guys know, if you want to go make a game and sell a game, you have to have it being rated. You can't be lying about your ratings over here. And it does actually seem like we have two brand new games. Number one is that we have a Shadow Warrior game that's now been leaked all through here from recent ratings. But on top of that, too, the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which I actually did have a chance to play, and it was overall, at the end of the day, pretty fun. So all around kind of cool. So we just saw a few more games popping up, and we've been seeing a little bit more gaming news, too, with more news on like Gotham Knights coming out. And we have quite a few other games come out these next few weeks, too, as well, that we can hopefully get to go and play in the near future. So cool stuff. So give me your thoughts and comments down below on the consoles, and as well, let me know how often you guys are seeing these bundles, or if you guys are holding out still just for a normal console restock. as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below. We have the Target links down below. We have the Weebles and everything else to the Twitch streams. Definitely follow that on up. And we'll see you guys up later on throughout today for another video. And I love you guys all so much for watching.